Ladies, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm looking so rough lately for this cycle. Okay. So, it is what, 8 days post retrieval, and I still have not heard from my RE. And I was posting on Instagram that I was refusing to call because I shouldn't have to call. It's kind of ridiculous. And it was sort of bothering me over this weekend. 2 nights ago, I had a dream that none of my embryos made it to day 5. I had a dream, the embryologist was in the dream, and my RE was in the dream, and I watched the embryologist tell my RE that none of them made it. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm one of those people who gets a lot of deja vu. You know, where I dream things and they come true, not necessarily right away, but it's happened to me numerous times. I've been told I have a sight or whatever. Nothing that I'm trying to have or trying to cultivate or anything like that, just things that happen to me. And these things have been happening to me since I was a kid, so they haven't happened very much lately, but it makes me very afraid when I have very realistic dreams because now I don't know if that's one of those deja vu type things or not. Anyway, I say all that to say that it drove me nuts this weekend. I was expecting to hear from my RE at least by Saturday. I didn't hear from him at all on Saturday. I spent all day Sunday nervous cleaning, just trying to take my mind off it. Because when I didn't hear from him on Saturday, I just reserved to hear from him today, on Monday. But here it is, 3:40 on Monday, and I still have not heard from him. And I posted on Instagram this morning that I refused to call because I shouldn't have to call, right? I shouldn't have to. So, plus, his office is not easy to get a hold of. And I didn't want to go through the rigmarole of calling and then calling and then calling and then calling to get a receptionist who will then, talk to the nurse. Like, I'll never get a hold of the doctor this way because he'll be in the room or whatever the case may be. So I called the facility. All that hoopla that was going on, they were the most helpful. This was the easiest call to make. I knew somebody was going to pick up, and it was done at their facility. It's their embryologist, so they should have that information, right? Right. So I called. I had to hold on for a little bit, and then they brought me the news. Y'all ready? So, so I'll remind you first that they retrieved 12. I had 10 that were mature, 10 that fertilized. On day 3, my day 3 report, I had 8 cell, awesome, and 2 7 cell, also awesome. So everything looked really good at day 3. But we know day 5 is really where it's at. So, okay. So on day 5, they froze 2 embryos. They were graded 4AA. Hey, perfect. And 4A and 3AA. And on day 6, they froze 1 more, and that was graded 4AA. So I got 3 embryos again. They are much better grades than last time. Remember, I'll remind you last time that I had a 4BB, a 3BB, and a 3BB. And from PGS testing, the 3BBs were abnormal, and the 4BB was normal. So those 3 are off to PGS testing, and we'll have to see what comes back. These grades are really, really awesome. As far as the cells look, they couldn't get any better. All AAs. You know, I did a video about what the grading means. So please go and check that out if you're just now first seeing this and me talking about grading. But 3 and 4 have to do with the expansion of the cell. So, my 3AA may just be, just a little slower. But as far as the cells and the formation of the cells and how well organized they are, they couldn't be more perfect. So, that makes me extremely hopeful. And hopefully all 3 come back normal. Since I had so many drop off from day 3 to day 5. I lost 7. So this is hard. This is hard. And, she was telling me, she was like, well, this is good, right? You should be happy. And I'm just like, it's mixed emotions. It's mixed emotions. I wanted to see at least 5 come back because statistically half make it to day 5 on what you have on day 3. And this is less than half. But they are all graded really, really well. But this is the problem with having too much information, and that is knowing that a perfect 4AA embryo could still be abnormal. So now it's the nail biter wait of the week for those results to come back. So I'm extremely blessed, especially with the grading. Who knew at 38 I could get a 4AA perfect embryo? Not just one, but 2 of them. Who knew? I think I need some time to settle in it. I literally just got off the call. So, I probably should have called on my house phone so you could watch me get the news, but it wasn't like I boohoo cried or anything like that. I just got tired of waiting, Sorry, my arm is hurting. I just got tired of waiting, and I just couldn't focus all day. I just couldn't focus on work at all. Every if I wasn't on a meeting, leading a call, every moment is thinking about this, is looking at my phone. Did I miss a call? When is the call going to come in? Every time one of my phones rings, I'm pouncing on it. Oh, no, that's not the call I'm looking for. Oh, it was driving me crazy. It was driving me crazy. And I was trying my best. I really was trying my best to not focus on it. But I did that all weekend. I wasn't expecting to have to do it all weekend. I mean, anyway, there you have it. There are my embryo results. And now we're just waiting on PGS testing. A part of me wants to cry because I lost those 7. And a part of me is like, yay, I got really good graded embryos. And then that part of me that wants to cry tells the part of me that's saying, yay, we still have to wait to see what comes back from PGS. So, I mean, I don't know. I hope all 3 come back normal. Odds are all 3 won't come back normal, because that's just statistics, right? All 3 won't come back normal because of statistics. It makes me extremely nervous. But I am very hopeful because my stronger embryo came back normal. I don't know what to make of it. But it's nice to see that I got better quality embryos this time around. Which means my transfer, if any of these come back normal, I will probably transfer one of the AA embryos first. So, oh goodness, I'm tired. I wasn't even up all night, but I'm tired. But yeah, I don't know. Uh, mixed emotions, mixed emotions. I'm happy and I'm not happy. I'm happy and I'm not happy. It's very mixed right now. I don't want to come off unappreciative because I am extremely grateful and extremely blessed to even have the three make it and to have the grading that I have. But I don't know. It's like you get your hopes up and then you kind of get let down. But I need to pump myself up, right? I tell other women all the time, it only takes one, it only takes one, it only takes one, you know? Ari compliments me on my uterus all the time. You saw in this video in my last follicle scan, he said I could brag about my uterus. Hopefully that means something good for being able to get pregnant once I start doing FET. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to. Uh, I don't want to come off unappreciative. That's the last thing I want to do. There are many women out here who, go through this process and don't even have the results that I have. So I don't want to be unappreciative at all. Um, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm eating my feelings today. I've been eating my feelings all day today. Oh well. Oh well. All right. I'm just rambling now. I don't have anything to talk about. I'll let y'all know if the RV finally called me. And I'm just gonna let him give whatever he gonna say. Let him say what he gonna say. And I'm gonna be like, okay. I ain't even gonna tell him that I called the other facility. Maybe they'll tell him. Who knows? I ain't telling him because he should have called me by now. You know what I mean? Anyway, talk to you ladies later. Hey, ladies. I just got off of some late night work. Um, but I wanted to come back in and check in and just be real about my feelings before I went to bed. So, let me just say that it being 8 days post retrieval, ooh, there's a little bug flying around in here. Let me just say that being 8 days post retrieval, that I'm approximately 2 days out from my cycle starting. So I'm probably a lot over emotional. But earlier, and I didn't get to come in that moment, but quite earlier, I was feeling very upset. I dropped a few tears, nothing like boo hoo or anything like that, but I don't know, I was just really in my feelings about the results, the fact that I have another week, and you go through this process, and it's a lot of hurry up and wait, and you get to the point where you're just tired, tired, tired of constantly waiting, and you almost feel desperate, like, how am I going to make it another 7 days to wait to hear information, but you don't really have much of a choice, in it. It's literally 1:53 in the morning, and no, I did not hear from my RE all day today. And I don't know if maybe he's intentionally not trying to call me until PGS comes back or something. I don't know. Maybe he thinks he called me already and didn't. I don't know. I couldn't take it anymore. Um, So I got my results. But, for a minute I kind of felt like that's what I get. Um, Maybe I should have just waited. It's not like it would have changed the result, though, right? Certainly would have meant less wait time to find out the true blue end. Um, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm not grateful. Um, but, I'm just here to share my experience and how I feel about my journey is how I feel about my journey. It really doesn't have any bearing on anybody else's journey. I know there are women who don't have results as good as mine, but there are also women who have results that are better than mine. I'm not, you know, my feelings are my feelings. I shouldn't have to make apologies for them, right? I made a post on Instagram about this earlier today, and I said in that post that I shouldn't be made to feel guilty that about feeling disappointment with my results just because there are some women out there in worse positions. I just, and it just seemed like almost immediately I had one person in the DM, asking why I felt disappointed. And, you know, at the end of the conversation, it was all good. I don't know that she was initially judging me. I think part of it was my results were better than hers. Um, but, she had one embryo at the end of it, and her one embryo was her golden embryo, and she now has a baby. And I think, you know, sometimes we can get caught up, in our own journey when watching someone else's journey and think, well, they should just be grateful. I didn't have that much, this, that, and the other. And my feelings are my feelings. It doesn't matter that I could possibly be in a worse situation. I'm continuously saying that I am grateful for the position that I'm in, but it doesn't take any disappointment away for the fact that, you just want more. We all know that this is a numbers game. You need more embryos to have more chances to increase success. Nobody wants to go into it having one shot at it. Nobody wants to go into it. A lot of times, we're forced into it because insurance isn't paid, because this is just so expensive, and you just do what you can. You know, I just, I don't know. Just really in my feelings. And, in my heart, I know that it only takes one. One, one, one. But in my brain, it's like, I need backup. What if it doesn't take? What if it does take? What about my sibling? Just so many what ifs. And you just want to be in a safe place. And you don't feel safe when you only have one shot or you only have two shots at it. You just don't feel safe. So you want to feel safe. And I think having paid out of pocket, I feel, an extra urge for this to go well, right? Because the last thing you want to do is waste your money, right? Although it happens to a lot of women every day, they spend a lot of money on a maybe. You know that going into this, right? That it's all a big maybe. So, I don't know. I have a little bit more than maybe. I'm sure I'll feel differently about all of this once I have a baby in my arms, right? Wouldn't we all? Um, but right now, this is my experience and this is how I feel. So I think I'm entitled to shed a few tears and just feel overwhelmed by the whole process. And just the shifts of it all, just the emotional shifts of it all, and you know, the hormonal shifts of it all. Um, I don't know. Maybe the cycle looming is just making me a little bit more emotional than I probably would be any other time. But I don't know. I just feel really sad. I feel really sad. I'm hopeful, but I just feel sad. You think when things are going great, you get 10. All right, 10 mature. All right, 10 fertilized. All right, all 10 still going on day 3. And then day 5 comes along and you're waiting to hear, and then you don't hear. And then, you use everything that you have in you to wait for a phone call that doesn't come. And then you call and inquire yourself. And then this is one of the things that get you. It's like she goes, so you have 10. And I'm like, 10 that made it to day 5? And she's like, well, no, wait a minute. Now, I think they need to train. Like, listen, don't start with that. I already know I had 10. I already got my day 3 report. I know, just get to the 5-day report. Just say on day 5, you have. I don't need you to read me from the beginning. I got all of that. I just need my day 5 report. And she's like, so 2 were frozen on day 5. And I'm just like, only 2? And then she goes, well, on day 6, we froze 1 more. And I'm like, well, that's a little better, but only 3. They were doing so well. What's wrong with my eggs? you know, then the other part to it is, well, maybe it's meant to be. I paid out of pocket for this cycle. At my age, most of my eggs are not going to be chromosomally normal. Best that they don't make it to cycle day 5 so that I don't pay to find out that they're abnormal with PGS testing. Um, so I guess money saved a little bit. I don't know. I was just in my feelings. And the ladies on Instagram were really awesome today. And encouraging me and telling me it's okay to feel how I feel. And, even ladies who are in a technically worse position than me, basically saying they totally get it. It's just, this process is hard. It's a lot of waiting. And just when you think you get like right there, it's like, oh, well, let's do something else. And it's more waiting. And there's just been like these last couple of weeks, there's just been so many changes and stressful things as much as I was trying to stay stress free. I don't know, maybe it all just hit me today. Maybe it's AF looming. And I'm just extra sensitive. Maybe I was in my feelings. I ate my feelings all day. I ate my feelings all day. Oh, it wasn't too bad, y'all. But I ate my feelings all day. But I just felt like it's important to show, I'm not always pulled together. I mean, I've cried on this channel before. I think I passed the crying point. I only dropped a few tears anyway. But I was pretty upset. I was pretty upset. But then what did I have to be upset about? I've got 2 perfect embryos. Why would I be upset? I think you just get tired and upset that things aren't going the way you want them to go. And that's upsetting. No matter what went right, didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Or exactly the way you wanted it to go. I don't know. But I'm tired. I'm gonna have to get up in the morning. So I'll bid you all adieu. Sticky baby dust to all those TTC. Bye.